Happy Halloween, everybody! The leaves are brown, the air is cool, and everyone's seasonal affective disorder is starting to kick in again, oh god. But before you start to feel like complete shit, there's a little something that comes in and breaks up the monotony. Halloween. Everyone remembers getting dressed up and trick-or-treating, but there's a little more to a holiday than wearing a bulky jacket under your costume and finding razor blades in your peanut butter cups. There's the culture. Those few weeks where everything revolves around one single day of celebration. October? What the fuck is that? This is Halloween month, baby! Halloween is considered the second best holiday, according to a random website I found. In the second place comes commercialization. I mean, Christmas is considered the first best holiday, and there are like a billion Christmas movies out there. But how many Halloween movies are there? I don't know, like 7? No, I don't mean just a generic horror movie. You can watch those anytime. I'm talking about something that's focused around Halloween. Something making a statement about it. Wait, what the hell am I wearing? Where's my Halloween costume? That's better. I'm a big movie fan, and I'm also a big Halloween fan, so my opinion is objectively correct. Think of a Halloween movie. You probably thought of Nightmare Before Christmas, or Hocus Pocus, or the fucking Coraline. I don't know, it's besides the point. You probably can't think of a lot more, because there aren't a lot more. But I'm about to blow your freaking mind. There's a movie out there that will rock your socks off. An absolute masterpiece of cinema. Spookily the Square Pumpkin. I first saw Spookily the Square Pumpkin on Halloween when I was a freshman in high school, and I've watched it every year since. Some people go trick-or-treating, I watch Spookily the Square fucking Pumpkin. I implore you to add this to your Halloween traditions. Right now you're probably thinking, what the fuck is a Spookily the Square Pumpkin? Which would be a good question if I wasn't obviously about to tell you. Be patient. Spookily the Square Pumpkin is a tale about an angular pumpkin in a world where all pumpkins are round. He has to overcome discrimination while proving to the other pumpkins that being round ain't so great. It's a holiday movie with a lesson to learn. I mean, what can you learn from Casper the Goddamn Ghost? Absolutely nothing, that's right. For being released in 2004, it was way ahead of its time. I mean, not graphically speaking, or plot-wise either. Is this even a good movie? Alright, I haven't been completely honest with you. Spookily the Square Pumpkin is a pretty shit movie. But wait, don't click off. If there's one thing the internet loves more than good things, it's awful things that they can mock endlessly. So if you're like me and thought that the Emoji Movie was so terribly awkward that it was actually kind of funny, sit back, relax, and allow me to introduce to you the greatest Halloween movie ever. Nay, the greatest movie ever. Pints and Chew's got nothing on this shit.
Our story begins as most stories do.
Narration. Our story takes place on Holiday Hill Farm, where every day is a holiday. Hi, happy March 1st. We're here to celebrate National Sell Your Goldfish Day. Jesus, we got another 364 more of these. We're introduced to Boris and Bella, two vegan bats who stumble across something shocking in the pumpkin patch. What could it be? They run off to tell Jack the Scarecrow, who's kind of the leader of the farm. Jack and all the other pumpkins race down to the patch to see what all the hoopla is about.
Oh, a square pumpkin.
Holy shit!
Hello there, little fella. What's your name?
Spookily?
I've got questions about this world. Nothing's explained. Why can the pumpkins talk? Who taught them to talk? Spookily stumbles over words like he doesn't know what's going on, but then he can speak fluent sentences right afterwards. What's that about?
And that name, Spookily. What kind of name is that? It sounds evil.
Who even named him? He just showed up.
Look at Spookily. Look at him. He's so odd, he won't fit in.
Oh, did I forget to mention this is a musical? The pumpkins then begin to verbally abuse Spookily in song form, which makes it okay. The main bullies are Little Tom and Big Tom, who are connected. Why do they have the same name? Who does that? I'll name this one Evelyn, and this one also Evelyn. After doing a little digging, I found out that Bernie Dink, the guy who directed this movie, also directed the Yummy Gummy Search for Santa, which, if you don't know, is the Christmas movie based off the YouTube video of the gummy bear that violently shakes his ass.
Merry Gummy Christmas, everybody!
Wait, what the fuck? Is that Spookily? Yeah, so apparently almost every single cast member of Spookily the Square Pumpkin got a call from Bernie Dink and was like, of course I'll join your gummy bear movie. The last one went so well. Basically, all of them were in Arthur, too. Are there like 10 actors in Canada? Alright, whatever, back to the movie. Where the fuck were we? Oh, yes, okay, so everyone just sang a song about how much Spookly sucks, and now Little Tom is saying that Spookly can't compete in the Pumpkin Olympics because Spookly tried marijuana once, and that's not allowed. Did I mention there were Pumpkin Olympics? They're a pretty big deal in the pumpkin universe. They're called the Jack Olympics, and the winner is crowned Pick of the Patch. Luckily for Spookly, the bats are like, of course you should be allowed to compete in the competition. Isn't that right, Jack? And Jack's like, oh, of course, and he just lets himself get pushed around by all the other people. It's like if Woody in Toy Story just let the Etch-a-Sketch tell him what to do.
Wishing he hadn't grown.
The narrator then subtly hints that Spookly wishes he was never born, which is pretty heavy for a straight-to-DVD movie about shapes. Who lives here? Do they know they have talking pumpkins? Do you know how cool it would be to have a talking pumpkin?
Stop.
Oh.
Stop.
Oh. That would actually be pretty disturbing.
What's so great about Halloween anyway?
What's so great about Halloween? I can answer that in one word. Candy corn.
That's 2 words, boss.
Who's there?
Edgar.
Alan.
And I'm Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe. Why do I know that name? Oh, he's the guy that fucked his cousin. The Spiders then sing a song about Halloween because you can't have one song without 7 more. The Spiders are actually not that bad because sometimes they're kind of funny. So, I mean, the bar's pretty low right now. And now we've made it. It's the big day, the Jack Olympics.
If they swim by, fly by, stall, or even crawl by, I love them all.
I don't even know what the fuck to say about this scene. It goes on for 2.5 minutes and caught me so off guard. I had no idea this was even in the movie. That's the fun thing about Spookly the Square Pumpkin. It's so forgettable that I don't know what's happening each time I rewatch it.
That was some of the worst singing I've ever heard.
At least they're self-aware. They start getting into the events and Spookly is performing about as well as you'd expect for someone who just grew yesterday.
Hey!
Now that's quality. Big Tom and Little Tom get disqualified in every event, and Bobo, this pumpkin, wins Pick of the Patch.
I would just like to thank all the little people who helped me get to where I am today.
How did they sexualize a pumpkin? All is well. The Jack Olympics are over, Bobo got her crown, and now it's time to party. What could go wrong? Now that's quality. Kudos to them though, because this scene does make me feel a little cold. All the pumpkins start getting blown away by the wind, but Spookly, because he's a cube and has a flat surface, doesn't roll away. This is in my mouth. All the pumpkins get blown into this cart, which starts rolling towards the river, and then a flaming tree branch falls on Jack, which remains on fire for some reason, even though the sky is pissing like a dog who's too excited to see his owner. Anyway, Spookly is able to save the day by splashing water on Jack and stopping the cart with his body. And everyone cheers. The end. What can we learn from this movie? Well, as you can tell, Spookly is a square. Let that sink in. Most pumpkins are round. However, Spookly is not. Spookly the Square Pumpkin is a classic tale about fitting in. Spookly is that geeky freshman that the juniors throw glue sticks at. Spookly is all of us. There's a little bit of outcast inside each and every one of us, but like Spookly, we can prove that being different isn't a bad thing. Fuck you, Brent. You may be on the football team, but I tell jokes sometimes, and that's what makes me cool. So if you ever feel weird or different, just know that one little pumpkin showed the world that that's okay. Now, since the movie went straight to DVD, I'd recommend choosing a better movie to find meaning in, but if it works for you, it works for you. Obviously, you're curious, but don't worry, because Spookly the Square Pumpkin is on Netflix. So you don't have to dig through the bargain bin at Walmart just to have some good old Halloween time. Now, I want to clarify that I'm not being sarcastic. I do unironically love Spookly the Square Pumpkin, despite all its flaws. Like the weird grass texture, or the god-awful CGI, or I will give credit where credit is due. I think it's creative how the pumpkins use like the stalks and leaves to as their hands. This bit with the Jack Olympics joke, that's kind of funny. Anyways, I'm glad I could share my favorite Halloween movie with you, and if you feel like watching Spookly the Square Pumpkin now, maybe consider subscribing. Then I could get some better goddamn lighting and make this green screen look better. Happy Halloween. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to go win a costume competition.